Sports. It's the Carolina Panthers taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Carolinas and Bank of America Stadium here in Uptown Charlotte. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Panther ball club as they enter play here. The losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And a look at the man under center. Now in his 8th season in the National Football League.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl type season. And maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year. And with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
On the ground, it's Brooks to start the drive. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Now the numbers for Brooks a week ago. 12 carries, 55 yards.
When a winning streak stretches this far, you start to wonder if a team is truly unstoppable. And here's a guy who's been very much the legs that have helped drive this team to wins week after week. And even when teams have keyed on him and tried to slow him down, he's still gotten the job done enough to avoid a loss. Talking with him in pregame, though, he thinks that this week could be his biggest week yet.
13 yards, first down, Panthers.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
A first down throw for Young. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Perkins. 10 more for him on that one. He's been a busy man. It's a first down. Here's Young from the shotgun. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. You know, last week it was unbelievable how many times they were in the backfield. They had 7 sacks. Whatever they had for pregame meal last week, maybe they had it again.
I think they're going to continue to repeat it if they keep this up. But remember, we were at their facility, and we walked past the defensive meeting room, and what did it say over the door? Rush the passer. It's a philosophy. It's a statement. That's who they want to be, and they've been very successful with it.
An opening drive sack. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 36. A gain there of 21 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now a first down throw for Young. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Perkins. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game. like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
Off the play fake, Young. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Steelers are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
First carry for Najee Harris. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. The Steelers at 8-2 on the year, and they come in on the heels of yet another victory. That ran their win streak, Charles, up to 7 now.
And I think that last win, that established them and stamped them, to me, as Super Bowl front runners. They're playing with extreme confidence, and you need that in order to go all the way.
That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
They'll throw on first down with Griffin. That pass caught, it's Williams. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
He'll get this down to the 38. You look at this Carolina defense. They've been pretty good against the pass. Not amazing, but good. Number 13 in the league.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And?
Too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
On second down, Griffin. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught, but the bank judge right there to say incomplete.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
Third down, Griffin. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 27-yard line. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues. Well, Charles, it's early, but that's a key third down conversion. Remember, they forced the turnover on the opening drive. Now they're in a position where they look like they'll at least get 3 out of this.
A great example of complementary football if they're able to cash this in, isn't it, partner? Because defense does this job, takes it away, turns over the offense. They just pick up a nice first down there. Maybe it's time to think about taking a shot at the end zone because it looks like the field goal is almost assured.
What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
From the red zone now, here's Griffin on first down. That's going to be caught by Pickens. And the Steelers are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. It's the fullback with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Try to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's across midfield. And finally down at the 32-yard line. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. And Young's throw there incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. He'll get this complete to the tight end Barner. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. This defense for the Steelers, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 12-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now here's Young. Targets the sideline. He'll complete this pass to Johnson. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the thought process. I like the design, but I think he may have waited a little too long to spot his man, because if you're going to run that drag route, you've got to put it on him and let him turn upfield. Instead, he waits until his receiver's too close to the sideline, and they don't get the yards after the catch.
Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8. Young going to give to Brooks. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
Throwing, Young. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Excellent defensive effort to get to him and provide a little contact before the catch could be made cleanly.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Young to throw it. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Juwan Johnson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point by Butker is on target, and we are tied at 7. So that drive in total 8 plays. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Another run for Gibbs here. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up. (7-7) our score after 1. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. As they've got it as we resume action. On 3rd down, here's Harris. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball and pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
Now they'll throw it with Griffin. Throwing middle, and it's complete. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Harris running straight ahead. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Now 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
They go play action. Griffin. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. From the gun, Gibbs will get it. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Now a 2nd and 2. Now it's Griffin. Got his man. It's Williams. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Extra point forthcoming. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it was Najee Harris who finished it off with a touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive. So we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. Young now. He gets it complete to Harris. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Young to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
The 2nd down throw for Young. Throw out wide is incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
Let's go, defense. Let's get on the field, defense.
It'll be Young again. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
All right, need you to check my eyes here. This entire unit defensively, I think, has looked really strong in the first half, especially in the secondary. They've been cohesive, fast to the football. We just saw another example arriving there to help knock that one away.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Najee Harris and the rest of this offense work their way back onto the field. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Griffin's throw going into the hands of Williams. Down the right sideline. He may go. Jamison Williams. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Jamison Williams, 88 yards. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Well, if the plan is to come in here and go toe-to-toe with these guys, it certainly does not hurt if you hit them with a big shot along the way, too.
That's got to give them some confidence. And the other thing right now, it quiets this crowd, at least for the time being.
Yeah, that is what is called the intended consequence of their actions.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Carolina offense about ready to go. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Oh, nice move. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, it's Young. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Jamison Williams out onto the field as his guys take over on offense, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defense, is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
On the give, this is Harris. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
Now Griffin. Flushed out right. To the right side and complete to Washington. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
They'll try the right side with Harris. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 8. Here's Griffin to throw. Completes this one to Pickens. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 19. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh 1st. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Gibbs straight ahead. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
Partner, we always talk about how important 3rd down is, but I think 1st down is equally important, because everything comes off of that play. If the defense wins the down, they are able to attack. If the offense wins the down, they might go faster.
And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Najee Harris with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Steelers take a 3-touchdown lead. Now the try here for the point after. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was Najee Harris who finished it off with a touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Carolina getting set to take the field. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And he's got his man on the out route. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Young on first down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
On second down, Young again. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 44-yard line. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. It's Young off play action. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Going to throw right side here, complete. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here is 3rd and 5. Again, it's Young. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. Jamison Williams out onto the field as his guys take over on offense. He's up over 100 yards, has the touchdown. He's a big-time receiver in this league, so the question becomes, how do you limit him going forward?
Well, you know the guys trying to cover him, they haven't had a whole lot of success thus far, and while they will still accept the challenge, maybe you have to change your focus. You have to get after the quarterback a little bit, disrupt his timing, because right now it feels like pitch and catch. make sure he's not able to have clear sight lines to him, and maybe that'll slow him down.
And this is not the guy you want to let play pitch and catch. And not much happening there as he'll get it back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Still needing 10 yards. Now it's 3rd down. Griffin. Going for the deep ball. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Final play of the half, Young. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. The NFL season going to be about 2/3 complete after this weekend. So lots to get to as we check out what's going on here in Week 11. We'll start up at Highmark Stadium, just outside of Buffalo. And it's the Bills with the lead in the second quarter. Josh Allen has thrown 2 touchdown passes. From there, let's head to AT&T Stadium as we check out the Cowboys at home in Dallas. And in that one, it's the visiting Giants who have the lead. The Giants seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Lastly, we're off to the Rocky Mountains, Denver, Colorado. See what's happening with the Broncos. And they were winners in that ball game over the visiting Cleveland Browns. Rondale Moore, over 100 yards receiving and a touchdown catch as well.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
Now that's how you start a drive. Not only do you pick up a first down, you do it on a chunk play. Big yardage, and now you put a little bit of a dent in the confidence of the defense.
Going back to Gibbs on first down. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Ball on the 36 now. Here's second and a couple. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And this is going to be a Steelers first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
And this is beginning to border on dominance. Another strong run that picks up a first down. You've got to wonder if the defense coordinator is wondering, do I even go to goal line defense in any situation now to try and slow down this running game?
Now Griffin on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Here's second and 3. And off now to Gibbs. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, partner, I haven't seen a vote for most popular player on the team. This guy's got to get a lot of votes. He does not care, does he? Totally unselfish, physical runner, doesn't worry about yardage, just keeps moving the chains, being a team player.
Throwing now, Griffin on first down. This is caught by Williams. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll make it second down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Griffin. Now a short pass pulled in by Washington. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They hand this off to Harris, and he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
I think that run gives us evidence that the defense is getting a little bit tired out there. They've been out in the field for a long time, and that last run, they just cut right through them.
From the 32-yard line now, here's second down and 5. Timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this third quarter. Now 2nd and 5. On the give, here's Gibbs. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 7 yards there and a first down.
I'd sure love to offer some advice to the defensive coordinator, but his guys are just getting run over by an offense that's executing like a well-oiled machine.
On 1st and 10, it's Griffin. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Steelers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the third quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here is Young. There's a short one caught by Johnson. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Meanwhile, Young's throw complete there to Johnson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Brooks. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, so far, this game has gone the way the defensive coordinator had hoped. They've dictated things. They've not let them run the ball very well at all. They gave up a nice game there. I doubt it'll back off their confidence. They've played so well throughout this entire game.
Throw left side, complete. That's Brooks. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They'll run straight ahead with Brooks to the 36-yard line. Stop there. And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Once again, it's Brooks. They juked him. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. Young going to give to Brooks. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. From the 22 now, here's the 2nd and 8. Young. Over the middle, complete. It's Brooks. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Short completion, just 4 yards. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. So on 4th down, on comes the Carolina kicker, Harrison Butker. Butker's kick here is good, and that drops the deficit from 28 to 25. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. Well, those backups on the sideline, they got to be eagerly anticipating the 4th quarter upcoming. Look at the size of the lead, how they're moving the football. This defense really struggling and giving up plays like we just saw.
Yeah, Stars have certainly done all they've needed to in this one, haven't they? But my question is, will he be able to resist the urge to continue to run things up a bit and get his main guys a few bonus stats before he calls them off the field?
From the 25, here's a 2nd and 4. Griffin. Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers 14. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good, soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Ball at the 6 here as they work with a 2nd and 2. Now the first carry here for the running back. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. Possession of the football goes over to Carolina. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here. Things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season. But in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Young. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. Looking to throw, Young. He's got it complete to Perkins.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Young. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Young is intercepted for the 3rd time this game. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Well, CD, you understand what they were thinking there, obviously. They're down big, just looking for anything to grasp onto. But what happens is they throw the pick 6. The lead gets even bigger, and that kind of feels like the exclamation mark on it. A very impressive victory here.
And that's where you can see things really start to snowball, right? A lot of mistakes being made. They're down big. Now they're trying to get back into it. That gives those defenders more opportunities to take advantage of even more errant throws and extend this big lead.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. Back to it after the pick six. Young. He's got a man complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A gain of 32 that time.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
Young, he's going to change it up. And now an audible here into something else. Off the play fake, Young. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays. A first down throw for Young. He's got it complete to Perkins. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Second and a couple. Up the middle with Brooks here. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Jonathan Brooks, an 18-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Extra point by Butker is on target as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand. Griffin's throw into the hands of Pickens. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just got to give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I want him now. They tend to leave him in.
2 yards the loss, second and 12. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
On second down, Griffin. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That'll give them 8 that time. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. They'll try and run with Ware. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. So the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll try and throw for it with Griffin. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. Now a first down throw for Young. Harris has it over the middle. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. The play fake, now Young. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. A great play there. 37 yards. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that will cut this lead down to 25. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. They've got the lead right now, and remember, they are riding that very impressive 7-game winning streak, trying to push it to 8. They start to drive with Ware. He finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. Here's Griffin. Now a short pass pulled in by Washington. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
On first down, Griffin. Pickens pulls it in. What a play. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one goes for 24 yards. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 right at the 40. Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. Here's a 2nd down and 7 from the 37. Now it's Griffin. Forced out to his left. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
He's been patient this entire game, waiting for the perfect moment to surprise them with a quarterback keeper. There he catches him off guard and converts his first rush of the game into a first down. Gotta love that efficiency.
They'll throw on first down with Griffin. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Now they'll throw it with Griffin. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 12-yard line. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Oh, Griffin's going to throw. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
To throw again is Griffin. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So roughing the passer, and this is a unit, Charles. They hold their breath every time they see their quarterback go down and get hit like that.
Yeah, they understand how important these last couple of months are for this team. They can ill afford to have anything happen to him if they want to accomplish their goals.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Here's Griffin. Eluding the pressure right. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Griffin going to throw it. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us, we're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said,
that his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season. After the interception, here's Griffin. Flush to his right.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Panthers are going to have it here just past the 25. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's second down.
If anyone ever has any doubt that tight ends are primary targets nowadays, just watch this play. He's back in the pocket, finds his guy, and they get a nice gain out of it.
Yeah, simple little completion out into the flat. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw for both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Pittsburgh, they just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, their luck may have run out as they fall to 4-7 now in the year. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. Till next time, we say so long from Charlotte.